Right now, Bitcoin is sitting in a range where the market is basically waiting, not bullish, not bearish, just compressed. And historically, this is exactly where big moves start. According to recent analysis, Bitcoin has been consolidating just below major resistance, with buyers continuing to defend key levels. Because once Bitcoin breaks through it cleanly, it doesn't just go up slowly, it tends to move fast. We've already seen analysts point to levels like 92K and beyond as potential targets if that breakout confirms. And if momentum builds, that opens the door to much bigger moves. But not everyone agrees this is guaranteed. Some analysts are still warning about downside risk, with potential pullbacks into lower support zones before any sustained rally. That's because the market is still influenced by macro factors, liquidity, and overall sentiment. Either Bitcoin breaks above resistance and we enter a new phase of the cycle, or it gets rejected and we see another round of consolidation or even a pullback. But here's the key insight most people miss. The move doesn't start when everyone agrees, it starts when things feel uncertain. And that's exactly where we are right now. Now zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about price, it's about positioning. We're seeing continued institutional interest, ETF flows turning positive, and large players accumulating even during uncertainty. That's not something you see at the end of a cycle. That's something you see in the middle of one. And if Bitcoin does break that 90,000 level, that's when retail attention comes back in aggressively. That's when narratives explode, and that's when altcoins and smaller projects tend to move the most. And that's part of the reason we've been bringing up Bitcoin Hyper. Not financial advice, but it keeps coming up because it's focused on improving how Bitcoin actually functions as demand increases. From what I've seen going through their white paper and site, the goal is to improve speed, scalability, and usability, basically making Bitcoin more efficient if adoption continues to grow. And if we do enter another strong phase in the market, that kind of infrastructure becomes more valuable. It's also been getting attention across major platforms like Bitcoin.com, Bitcoin Magazine, 99 Bitcoins, CoinMarketCap, and others, which usually signals growing awareness. Right now it's still early, sitting around 0.013678, and gradually climbing. And early-stage positioning is where most of the upside tends to come from. Now, of course, there's risk. You can lose everything, so always do your own research. But if you're navigating markets like this, execution matters. Because when Bitcoin finally moves, everything moves. Personally, I prefer using Solana when possible because it's faster and cheaper, but Ethereum is still a solid option as well. And using something like the Best Wallet app will make everything easier. You can manage assets, move between chains, and react quickly without unnecessary friction. And when markets go from slow to explosive, that speed matters. This isn't just about whether Bitcoin hits $90,000, it's about what happens after it does. Because if that level breaks, the entire market structure shifts. If you want more breakdowns like this, make sure to follow, and we'll be back with more soon.